Paul, congratulations on winning the Outstanding Achiever at the Benchmark Fund of the Year Awards.
Thank you.
Wonderful job. And you won the category based on merits over our 5 key pillars of investment process, portfolio construction, stewardship, etc.
Right.
But I'm very curious because I understand that AI also takes a very important role in your research process,
yes,
right?
Yes.
But before we dive into that, can you tell me how you got started? How was this journey embarked?
I think proper credit has to go to our CEO, Mr. Teo Boon Kiat, right? So he had this vision 3 years ago that investment technology is going to kind of like be very disruptive on the financial industry as a whole, but more specifically on the fund management industries.
Great.
Yeah.
I'm glad the CEO had the foresight to do that.
Yeah, it was a very bold decision back then, obviously, because there was a lot of uncertainty. We were not really sure that it was definitely going to work. And again, from a business perspective, you had to invest in people, systems, time and effort, without knowing for sure that you're going to get them, some good results. So that's definitely, I think, kudos to top management for thinking ahead and being willing to take that risk. And now that it's paid off, a lot of people look at it and said, hey, that was a brilliant decision. But back then, it wasn't so easy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So how does AI work exactly when it comes to the research process?
Right. And let's say in a typical team, we have probably about 5 analysts. And if everyone, we assume everyone is very diligent and everyone covers just 50 stocks, and we have a total coverage of only 250 stocks, which is barely 1% of the investment universe. So then what happens to the other 99% that goes uncovered, right? So some of the best investments can come from there. And if you don't cover it, that means we don't get to benefit from those good performances there. So what we do is then we use this model to help us to analyze all 25,000 stocks. So we have a lot of fundamental data, which includes the balance sheets, the income statement, and the cash flow statement for each and every one of these 25,000 companies, every single line item within these 3 categories. And then we also look at macro data, we look at fundamental data associated with each of these 25,000 stocks. And then we basically then come up with a way to rank them in terms of their investment potential. We then focus our resources on, say, the top 100 opportunities that are generated by the model. The other thing that AI helps us is to help us become more objective. So everybody, just because we're humans, we all have cognitive biases, right? So we have a bias one way or another. But machines are more objective. They look at the numbers and they evaluate every single stock objectively, and they basically tell us what are the best opportunities to look at. And in many cases, there are stocks that they throw out that we don't feel comfortable with. I think one of the examples I remember was when they recommended us to look at Chinese private education companies. After they've gone down maybe close like 90%, that's when even our analysts started questioning and said, are you sure these are the stocks you want to look at? But of course, sure enough, that was possibly the best moment to invest in them because they're cheap, and subsequently they made 30-40% over a 1-2 month period for us. So that's just one particular example to show actually that without biases, we can look at many of these opportunities in a more objective way, and then benefit from them over time. Yes.
Can you share with us a little bit about the challenges you've come across?
I think the challenges are many. I think the first one that comes to mind is to me is how to really combine human or the best of human with the best of the machine. So that's our deep belief. You can say it's our investment philosophy. So we believe in the human and machine model, collaborative model. So the challenge is to preserve each one of them and not let any one element dominate over the other. In the case of one of our funds, the United Greater China Fund, we've actually outperformed by a huge margin, right, in the past 3 years. Out of these 3 years, I think we had 2 consecutive years where we outperformed by 13 percentage points each year. So that's definitely, and in fact, we've won an industry award for the best performance over this 3-year period. So I think that proves to our people that actually the AI model can help us to achieve not just good results, but industry-leading results. And the results actually speaks for itself.